Let's take a minute and chat about promotional photos. This is something I have to dive into myself. I'm going to need some new shots ASAP. I think it must have been 3 or 4 years since I've done photos, so this is going to be important, and I'll document it and put it on Magicians Masterclass. We got a question yesterday about kind of cliched magic photos in your promotional material, and should you use them, should you avoid them? I would personally say try to avoid them. In the beginning, you need something, you need good visuals, so spend a couple bucks and go on to like a stock site, bigstockphoto.com, I'd probably recommend, and grab something there that's better than maybe what you're using. It's going to cost you, 10, 15, 20 bucks, I don't know what it is. You'll have to check. They're going to try to get you into a subscription, but I think you can just pay for a couple credits. So get a couple good quality materials, photos that you can use and just sort of throw in an email or on the website or in any kind of document that you've got to prepare, like an invoice, for the client. So I would grab a couple of those, and I would get a shot that's just you, a headshot, without anything in it, without any cards, and just get a nice shot of you. That's going to be something you will use all the time. So no props, no anything. And then get, if you want, a couple posed shots with things. But I think personally it's better to have a less quality shot in front of an audience and people are smiling than it is to have a really expensive and really bad, outdated promotional material shot. So that's my two opinions on that. Here's a couple other things just to show you. Recently I was asked, I'm going to be in the local newspaper here in town, and I don't know if you've been in the newspaper yet. You will if you're a magician. If you play your cards right, you'll get lots of newspaper coverage. And notoriously, the photos that they take are just horrendous. So I decided long ago to just take full control on that, and I always offer a photo. I let them take whatever they want, and then I'll offer to send one. So sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. But that just happened recently. So this is the shot I took, and I took this on the ship, and the cruise ship I was just on. And I did it real quick, and it wasn't super great, but it obviously is a little bit probably more eye-appealing than what they're going to choose, and I decided to bring their newspaper front and center to it, so kind of increase my chances of this being the shot that they choose. So what I did do to the shot is improve this dramatically, because all that's here is I went on Amazon and I bought, probably under $100, a little LED light that takes a little battery, and I travel with this. This is part of my show. I also have a stand, a portable stand, the Manfrotto, that was about $80. So this light source I used in the show, but I can also use it to take a quick shot like this, and it cost me nothing. So off to the left, you can see, left of me, it would be over here, there's a light source, and that's the LED on the little stand, and the camera was straight in front of me on a tripod that I've got that folds up into my carry-on luggage. So this is small and portable stuff. I have all the heavy tripods, but I don't want to lug that around the earth. So two quick things, and this is what I got. But of course, it's rushed, it was sweaty, it was hot in the ship, so I'll just take you sort of quickly through the steps that I did to improve this, to show you the attention to detail that I think is notable when you're sending a shot specifically for publicity sakes like this. First thing is, let me just remove this. You'll notice a chunk of the hair, it just didn't look right for my likes, so this was something that I decided to lob off. And then of course I added a little bit of cloning and got rid of a bunch of other stragglers that happen when you're doing this backlit. I changed the color. The color is super important. You want to make sure that you've got a warmth to you rather than a cool tone. And in this case, this was all magenta just because I didn't get a chance to do any color correction. I changed and boosted the eyes a bit. This is really important. For me, I boosted the blues up a little bit, but here's the little secret that if you take the time to learn Photoshop or you learn your photo editing skills, always head for the eyes and brighten them up just a little bit. Psychologically, that's what people are looking at most, so you want to make sure that they stand out the most, but don't do it too crazy. Like, I've taken the strength of this and I've dimmed it down to 26%, so the opacity to 26%. So here's what it would look like, it could look like, which doesn't look normal or natural. So I just keep lowering that down until I think it feels like my mind just about forgot it, if that makes any sense. So there we have the eyes. And then I also, what do I have here? I have a blur. Yeah, just a little bit of a blur to smooth out skin tone. See, here's the difference. Right? Because I'm getting old. And then a little bit of cloning to get rid of just dots and skin imperfections. So there's the before and there's the after. I want to show you one more quick tip, and this is something I'm still building and working on. In fact, you'll always continue to do this, and I highly recommend this. This little tip is to have a folder that you put all your promotional material and all the stuff you've got available to scroll through and look at, because any of this stuff, a lot of it's outdated, but I can pick something and drag it into an email or put it into a flyer or the website. A blog post is where I'm finding all of my materials going to now, as blog posts. And I don't have to hunt through the hard drive for it. You know, I've got another folder that's super important, and this is something that I'll eventually release someday because I've been working at this for 10 years. Essentially, this is just photos, stock photos that are generic enough about magic but don't look, you know, terrible, right? So I've been shooting these as a little fun pet project of mine for a while now. So this is my thoughts on promotional photos for now. I want to shoot something for you about how you can actually take a better photo with what you have, like your cell phone, for example. How can we maximize this opportunity to use the technology you have and take a promotional photo with that? And I'll tell you the secret, it's always lighting. It always boils down to lighting. All right, thanks so much. And by the way, if you don't mind, tell a magician friend that you know about Magicians Masterclass. And your comments are really what's fueling this. So thank you so much for engaging. We're trying to make this the best that we can. So yeah, stay tuned, Magicians Masterclass.